Today is day 48 of 90 of the Team Heart Life Facebook challenge. And I apologize if I'm not really with it today. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Major just stress is the reason, which is what my topic of conversation is about today. So it's really about when the thunder rolls, and I mean that by the approaching storm. And here's the thing. I'm a corporate event planner, and my whole world is about logistics. It's about taking all these moving parts and putting them together to create this big fabulous whole. And I have been working on a very large event, and it has, for one reason or another, kept falling apart. And it's nothing that it's nothing to do with my client. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing. It's just all of these outside forces just keep conspiring to throw one major roadblock in front of the next. And last night, late at night, I got a phone call from, let's call them the property managers of where this event is going to happen. And they gave me really devastating, really bad news. And it's bad when they don't want to call and tell you the news, and then you have to call and tell your client. And when you talk to them and they're upset and their boss is going to be upset, and you still have to figure out how to pick up all the pieces and make this thing a success. So I just want to talk about the realities of my job. Forbes magazine, everyone's heard of Forbes. Forbes magazine has consistently, over the last several years, rated event planners as the 5th most stressful job ever. Their actual list goes enlisted military personnel and active duty, firefighters, airline pilots, police officers, and then me, the event planner, followed by public relations executives, corporate senior level executives, TV broadcasters, newspaper reporters, and taxi drivers. So when I tell you I understand stress, that I know what stress is, I'm not pulling your leg. I deal with probably way more stress than the average person deals with, unless you are an event planner and you can understand what I'm talking about. So here's the thing. Last night gave me such bad news, and I knew what was coming. It was like the thunder rolling in over my head, and that the storm was about to break loose. I didn't even want to call this person back because I knew what they were going to tell me was not good news, but I can't put it off, right? That's my job. So I call and I get the news, and it's as horrible as I think it's going to be. And I call my client late at night, and I tell her we need to talk first thing in the morning, and all night long I did not sleep. I am literally laying in bed with my brain going 100 miles an hour, and my stomach churning, and feeling sick and nauseous, and wondering how on earth I'm going to fix this, because that's my job. I have to fix it, and I have to make it a success. And it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, mentally and physically and emotionally. And this is a really fantastic client that I love, that I've worked with for years, and I do not ever want to disappoint this person. And so, there's a lot of pressure added on top of the pressure from what's happening on the logistics side of the event. So this event has 30 moving parts, plus all the staff to make it work. So everything that I have to do now affects 30 different parts, and every little change I make has to be made with all 30 of those moving parts, and I have to still make them all work together and come back together and work. And then I have to go and make sure that the staff that I had can actually make the changes that I need to implement and put in place. And if I get all that done, that's just getting it done before the event. I still have to go and do the event and make it all actually physically come into the realm of existence. So, and can I just tell you, this is 2 weeks away. So it's a major, major, major problem. But part of that, of course, is you got to deal with the stress, right? Like I'm one person and I got to deal with the stress that I'm under. So I thought today would be a really good day to talk about what to do when you're under stress, because everyone deals with stress and everyone has to deal with it in their own way, and everyone has different levels of stress. So, you might not have the severe stress that I'm under right now. But everyone goes through problems where they feel like they're in high stress, and they need to know how to deal with it in a healthy manner. And I got to tell you, I got to be honest, last night, first thing I said to my husband when I got off the phone was, I think I need a drink. Like, I really wanted to just have a couple of alcoholic drinks and for the rest of the evening, not even think about it. But that's not what I did, because it wasn't the responsible thing to do. And I needed to deal with it. I did not get good sleep. So today I'm running on low energy, which is also not good for handling the situation. But I knew I had an early morning call with my client and I had to hit this and spend my day totally focused on it. And I need to think about what I had to do and the order in which I had to do it. So here are my tips for stress relief. The first and foremost, breathe. It is physically impossible for your body to be in stress if you are deep breathing. Like you can't deep breathe and be stressed. It physically is not possible. So a lot of deep breathing. And I can tell you, almost after every single vendor call I've made today, before I've called, I've done some deep breathing. And then when I got off the phone with them, I've done some deep breathing. And it helps to keep yourself calmer, which helps you deal with things better. The second thing is prioritize. It may look like an avalanche is coming at you, and it may very well could be that an avalanche is coming at you, but you have to figure out what to deal with first. So even though it might sound contrary to stomping the fires closest to you, you need to sit down and write out a list of what has to happen and in what order, and then attack your list. Prioritize. It's important that you get the most important things done and handled first. The things that are going to take the longest to resolve, get them in motion first. Like it's important that you know how to prioritize and that you get it done. The next thing, take frequent breaks. Sounds counterproductive, especially when you're, got your nose to the grindstone and you got to get something done and you have a heavy project. But you really, really need to take breaks. When you are under that much stress, you need to give your mind a break and your body a break. Get up from your desk, go for a quick walk around the block, up and down the hallway if you have to. Do a couple of stretches, whatever. Just get some physical activity going so that you're not, getting your body to wake up. And then give your mind that break. Go for 5 minutes and do something different, whatever it needs to be. Do something else different. If you feel like you're stuck and you're not coming up with any ideas, take a break and do something creative. I don't care what creative means to you. Do something that's creative. Color, write, draw, whatever. Something to get your mind functioning, but in a different manner. And eventually that you'll feel like you're ready to go back to what you need to go back to. The next thing, eat well. I am horrible at this. When I am under stress, I don't eat. I forget to eat. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. Next thing you know, dinner's coming around and I'm like, wow, I haven't eaten all day long. And then you wonder why you're running on no energy. Well, eat. It's important. And eat good food. Don't eat junk food. You know, those chips and those candy bars and all those things that sound so good when you're in stress are really the opposite of good for you. Fill yourself with whole grains, fruits, veggies, any kind of food that's a brain food to help your brain through the process. But make sure you're eating. And if you have to, do a whole bunch of little snacks and have them prepped and ready. So when you take those little frequent breaks, you can jump up and grab those carrots or grab those, you know, celery and peanut butter or whatever the case may be that you need to take a real quick little break with. The other thing is laugh. Laugh is a stress reliever. Find a way to laugh. Watch a funny video, watch whatever, you know, a quick comedy show or something. I mean, you can get them on your smartphone really easy now. YouTube, anything. So, I mean, just give yourself a 5-minute break to laugh and really laugh. Enjoy yourself. Have a couple of laughs. It helps relieve the stress. Again, it's like breathing. It calms your body down and allows you to like refocus. And the last thing is cut out distractions. Like really, oh, it's not the last thing, but almost. So cut out distractions. You know, when I'm under a lot of stress, my headphones go in, I focus on my computer, and the world could be dropping bombs around me, and I am not going to pay attention. I don't pay attention to anything. I actually turn my headphones up so loud that I can't hear anything going on around me because I don't want the distraction. So, if that means you have to go somewhere else, if that means you have to, you know, go work in the library where everyone has to be quiet and no one can talk to you, you know, whatever the case may be, cut out your distractions so you can focus and get the job done. You know, if you're in an office environment, maybe it means shutting your office door. Or if you work in one of those open concept offices, maybe you need to go into the conference room and shut the door and work or something like that. So figure out a way to cut out your distractions. And last but not least, stay hydrated. Same thing as eating food. Time goes by, you forget you haven't moved from your desk, you forget you haven't eaten, and you forget to keep your body full of fluids. So keep yourself hydrated, keep yourself, you know, going. And for me, see, Axio, because I need the extra mental clarity and I need the extra energy without the crash. So, you know, this is my lifesaver today, and this is probably my second bottle already this morning. So keep yourself hydrated, and you can handle anything, I promise. I have been doing this a long time, and if I can maintain a position that is classified as the 5th most stressful job, believe me, the rest of you can get through your stressful day too. So I hope all of you have a fantastic day, and I have to go get back to work because this was my little break, and I have got lots and lots to do. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.